Welcome everybody, Red Arrow 23 here, time for your War Factory preview for the 4th of May. Let's boom some beaches! Alright guys, let's see what Colonel Gearheart has in store for us today. So as you can see, resources, we've got a few prototypes, wood and stone. And this is the overall layout. We have, what is that, 593.6k on the core, so it's alright. The bottom side of the beach is fairly well covered. I suppose you could maybe squeeze some greens on the corner there and just harvest. If you're ever short on GBE and there is a spot for greens on the beach, you can always let them die. Like, you can just launch them real low just below this factory supplies, collect a bunch of cells. It will take a while, and then continue with your attack. You might be able to squeeze out probably at least those three, I would say. But because greens overshoot, you might be able to get even these and the sniper tower. That's pretty tight though. I'm not sure if that would actually work on that side. You could even get some Zukas into this right corner, which will take out the sniper tower and then move on to these factory supplies, if you don't get picked off too quickly. But the rocket launcher is covering this side of the beach, and you got boom cannons and snipers and things covering the other side. So I think we're going to go AZ. We're probably going to go from around about where these mines are. So 2 artillery will clear those out for us. We're going to sort of flare probably between these 2 mines. And I'm not going to flare onto the core straight away, because the Zukas are going to be a little bit further away from the core, so they're going to spread a bit. And we're going to do a shock here. So for the 2 shock blasters, 2 shock launchers, hot pot and machine gun. We're mainly focused on the machine gun sort of side of that. We're not too worried if we miss the hot pot, because we're going to be doing a hot pot flamethrower machine gun hot pot shock as well. And then we're going to be shocking the rocket launcher on the far side, and we're not going to worry about that rocket launcher because we shouldn't get in range, which is sort of one of the reasons that we need to flare the core a little bit late. Ways that we could make this easier for ourselves. Well, we're going to go for the solo in this video, but a way that you could make it easier for yourself is using a universal remote. You wouldn't have to clear these mines because Sparky can just eat them, but launching her under smoke just to the right of these factory supplies, taking a straight 45-degree angle up to between the 2 rocket launchers. Tag 1, use universal remote once you're in the spot, flare the non-tagged one, and then smash the button and she'll automatically target the other rocket launcher. After that you can like clear your mines, maybe either put some BART on the core or some defenses that might make your shocks easier, and then retreat, jump into your next attack and use universal remote on the 2 shock launchers. Probably another double smash, and that's just going to make your life a little bit easier. You could then even maybe critter for the far shock blaster, just use 1 shock, and you could just do one of those things. So you could just universal remote the 2 rocket launchers and then do the attack that I'm about to do, and it's only 2 shocks, which will save you a bit of GBE. A little bit worried about the machine gun over on the far side. That should be okay. So the plan is 2 smoke landing by the factory supplies, move up. We're going to double smoke this way. The reason we're going to do that is because the Zukas are naturally going to target items either side of that line. And then, but if we did a 2 smoke sort of this way, and we flared the core, they're going to spread quite a lot because there's not a lot of room to stand around the hot pot and the shock blaster. It's also going to make my shocks a little bit harder. So we're gonna be staying here, then we're gonna flare the core, and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 shocks. And if we have enough for critters, then we might throw some more after that. But yeah, so here we go. Got brick loaded, got all my Zookas, we're ready to go. So first things first, we're going to be clearing these mines. These are level 20, so we can hit 1, but we can't hit 2. So we're just going to take them out. Do 2 smoke landing here. Hero peak, but that's fine. And we're going to smoke early enough so that we don't peak in the front. I'm going to flare up. And we didn't peek out the back. And then we're going to hopefully just catch the spread with the smokes that we already have. And then we're going to activate our universal remote, flare on, and 3 shocks. And then we can throw some critters on either side. And some medkits on the core. Boom! And it goes down. So I love it when a plan comes together. We did lose a few Zookas, so I might jump into the replay and see what did grab us, because there was lost quite a few Zookas. I don't know if it was just the single shots, although there were a lot of single shot defenses around. Lost 42 Zookas and got all of our tiers. So it's always good when we get a solo. Cool, demoted, awesome, yeah, whatevs. Right, let's look at the replay. That's not my replay. Here we go. So I do remember hitting a mine. Hopefully we didn't hit the other mine as well. We got the 2 smoke pretty accurately, I think. I think we lost the delay on the shock launcher due to the hero out the right side. And then we smoked nice and early. You can even drop that smoke a little bit lower, because you see that they sort of peeked out the back. And they peak a lot more if I didn't flare quite early. So we hit that first mine. We caught the spread, which was awesome. Then we flared the core at around about 9 o'clock with this smoke timer. And then we started throwing our shock straight away. So we went boom, boom. So those are our 2 more difficult shocks, and we want to make sure that we hit those. If you don't hit it, if I missed one of those hot pots, it would have been game over. So you need to make sure you hit those. And we got the rocket launcher. Not too important to get the flamethrowers because they're out of range, but just the rocket launcher. And this machine gun is in range of us on the left side, and it looks like we spread into that right mine as well. Yep. But we didn't lose any Zookas, so that's always good. And then we're just losing to these critters. If I had calculated it better, so the fire rocket launcher is in range of a couple of those Zookas. If I had calculated it better, it would have been best to throw the critters first, but I wasn't keeping an eye on my GBE because I was keeping an eye on my smoke timers and when I was going to flare. But definitely try and get some critters out before you do your shocks. And you will be away. So that's going to do it for today's War Factory preview. Hopefully that helps you out. Give us a comment down below if you take it out any differently when it does come out in your time zone. And give us a thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and subscribe for more. Boom, beach!